Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel, Poverty Hill Adventures. I'm talking quiet. I probably shouldn't be talking at all, but I'm at Murder Creek. I got an invite to hunt Murder Creek today from our friend Tom. Tom's got a real nice place here, and it butts up to Murder Creek, and he invited me to hunt here today. And you're probably wondering why it's called Murder Creek. Well, there's a story that goes back to the 1700s. It involves a father, a daughter, and a young man. And that's all I'm going to say. So, it's a real nice piece of property. We had to wait a little bit to get back to our blinds. There were several deer out in the pasture this morning, and we didn't want to disturb them, so Tom and I had to wait a bit for them to mosey on off. Tom set me up with a real nice blind here, overlooking several trails. So far, I've seen some squirrels, some blue jays, and some chickadees. So, but I'm hoping for a young doe. That's my goal today, is to take a young doe for some meat for the freezer. So why don't you come along and hunt with me at Murder Creek? I had something pass about 75 plus yards away behind the blind in some tall goldenrod and such. I couldn't tell what it was. Pretty certain it was a deer, but it was too far and in the tall stuff to see. So I just got a text from Tom, and he's gonna swing by the stand here, and we're gonna call it a morning. I think if he's got time, I'm gonna ask him to show everybody some of his knife work. He just makes beautiful handmade knives. So hopefully he's got a few minutes and he can sit down with us and we can check out some of his knife work.
Not too bad. I got my stand about 5 minutes. I had a doe walk out. She spotted me right off the bat though. Just about made it across the path, then she seen me. Looked at me, I don't know, she didn't move. Froze, then she wandered off. And then about 10 minutes later, I had another one come down another path with a doe and a small fawn. She seemed to look right up at me also. Bad. And then I had a small 4-point come down and follow her. She was right on her tail sniffing. And then I seen a bigger buck come through, and a walnut fell and startled him, so he ran in the brush. But all in all, I seen 5 while I was in my stand.
You had a good morning.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Well, Tom, I didn't see as many as you did, but I did see what I thought was a deer behind the blind, moving through that thick brush back there. Seen some squirrels and some blue jays, and I had a great time.
This is Scoup. He's our last horse we have left here. He's warm blood, which is a very old English breed, descended probably from war horses. They're very big horses, not as big as Clydesdales, but they're big.
Definitely a large horse.
They do hunter jump with them and stuff like that in the days. This is a small forge I made here. Just looked it up online how to make it. Just, propane tank, and it slides in here, and then it'll heat your knife blade up in there, as long as it's not too big, because it's not a very big forge. There's that. I got a lot of stuff I cut out with. I use electric grinder. I have an air grinder. Cut off wheels. I use some old files. This stuff is usually for bigger throwing knives and stuff you've seen. And you have a couple of them. And then there's some smaller stuff I use. Saw blades like this for smaller knives. Area where rough grinded on grinder. Nothing fancy. And then more finished work on the sander. We got a few cutouts here I got started. I don't know if you can see them very well, but some of the handles we use antlers for. Here's some of the knives that I make. I don't make fancy knives. I just make knives that are meant to be used. I like to make them. It's probably the most shiniest one you'll see. And that was very first one I made, probably about 30 years ago. My friend Dick Zawacki, people have heard him, he made the sheath. And then we have some of the others, short skinners. This one I made for my wife Pam. It's a nice piece of wood on there. The sheaths I'm working on, I'm trying to get better at. This is one made out of a deer antler leg. Try to make it look nice and old and primitive. Deer antler, did I say deer antler? Deer leg.
That's one of those rare deer antler legs.
Then there's another one. The sheath this sheath I bought at Rendezvous for $1, so I couldn't resist it. And here's my style.
Very nice. I love the old timey look. They look like they look like they were made 250 years ago. I mean, they just are beautiful.
Yeah, I peen them with a hammer and try to make them look rough. This is the Pam's knife she uses every day, so it's well worn. Got a bigger throwing knife. This is the one I use every year for. This is my hunting knife. There's another wood style, more of a skinning type. There's a few unfinished ones that are just roughed out.
Very nice.
There's a bottle opener.
And a bottle opener. All right. Well, thanks, Tom, for showing us your knives, and thank you also for your hospitality and the invite to come out and hunt today.
Yeah, thank you for coming by. It's good to have you here.
It was a lot of fun. I appreciate it. Till next time, everybody, take care. Thanks for watching. And remember to keep on trucking. And a special thank you to Pam and Tom for the invite over here to hunt today. It was a wonderful day.